Hello, world. We are so excited that this is the inaugural maiden voyage of this brand new show, Life Stories. Although there's already been some controversy with the title, that it was going to be called, what was it called?
Hood Times.
Hood Times. So we will be in vigorous discussion about possibly renaming the show. But anyway, I am glad to have today on the show two young ladies that just happen to have the same last name as I do, which is strange. But I'd like to welcome to the show Emma and Riley Hood. Can you wave? Which one, Emma? I forget sometimes.
I'm Riley.
Okay, good. So we're going to start out today by doing show and tell. So let's see, Emma, what did you bring to share with the viewing audience today for show and tell?
Do you have any guesses? We're supposed to show. What's your guess, Father?
I have no idea, daughter.
Do you remember a hobby of mine as a child?
Rock climbing.
That was me. You rock climb? No.
I'm kidding.
When we first moved into this house, before we had any furniture, I got and here is my show and tell item.
It's a very nice hula hoop. Okay, Riley, what is there? Okay. Riley, what did you bring?
I brought my old her current. It's my old lunchbox. Dora.
If that's current and you're a senior in high school, there might be.
She has not stopped bringing it since she started preschool.
Okay, I'm going to show mine now. Mine is the sentimental favorite. You can shed a tear. So I have a little bracelet with.
Oh, Mom bought that. I was going to bring a banana.
And it has a banana. And it has, are you hungry? I can send out DoorDash for you. So it has all the little names of my 5 children on there. So that's my show and tell. Okay, let's get into the show. So we have Riley and Emma doing a little dancer. Thank you for that. So here's a serious question. My biggest issue with this whole quarantine, you guys may know where I'm going with this, a very serious issue I'm struggling with right now, which is haircuts. Now, luckily, today I learned a new secret from the famous Jovi Talarico, who's going to
shout out to Jovi.
This region here next week. So, what are some serious issues you ladies have to deal with in this quarantine?
Let me tell you one that I have to deal with. Is that I have to do online homework for all my school, and my professors are allowed to constantly assign new work and change things, but when I email them, they do not email me back because they don't have time. But I don't really have the time to do the assignments. They don't have the time to email back. That's a problem I've dealt with. How about you, Riley?
I would say just everything getting canceled. I don't know. I don't have... Yeah.
Just like not being able to be with people and things being canceled.
Like my senior trip being canceled and prom and everything.
Being pulled away from my home at Grace very unexpectedly.
Not being allowed to give my friends hugs.
Not being able to see their nieces and nephew.
So that's a real thing, right? So now kind of a serious question, serious topic. So this really happened, right? Just like what Forrest said. All of a sudden, everybody's at school. Everybody's at home, right? So you're having to do everything at home. When this first started, I was thinking, man, this would be so cool because you don't have to go to school. School's out, and then it went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I thought, man, this is awful because you guys miss out. Especially Riley, you're a senior. You miss out on stuff that you're supposed to do when you're a senior. And how are you guys coping with that? Like, seriously, you and your friends, and like, I know you guys got together in a parking lot just to like sit in cars with each other, right? Which is cool.
I mean, I would say none of us are doing great with it. just because like I know I love school. I love going with my friends, and I got to do my internship at Central this semester. So I got to go work the perk, or I got to work with Dan on high school stuff, and I don't get to do that anymore. And like we don't get to, like how I said, we don't get to do our senior trip, we don't get to do our prom, we don't get to do our last walk through the school, where normally on the last day of school the band would stand in front of all the seniors and we would walk through the hallway, and then everyone else would be let out of class and would like say bye to you basically, and we don't get to do that. So we're all very sad.
But we need to find some creative, cool thing to that you guys do. Testing.
Yeah.
So, what other great questions or topics or advice can you give to your wonderful audience out there that's watching this inspiring show today?
We're supposed to ask them questions.
No. What other wisdom or advice, since you've had all this time to be in the house and think and get wiser and solve all of life's problems, what have you learned during these weeks that you can give some wisdom or encouragement to other people that are watching, like people your age?
You want me to go?
You go first.
Let's see. What my encouragement or advice would be is that you always need more truth than what you immediately think. Like, I know a lot of times we're like, oh, we only need like a morning of Bible reading or something like that. But especially when there's so much like discouragement and like statistics out there, to remember that like God is bigger than all of those. And so the more that we're letting like discouragement and just like worry of what the future holds come in, we need to have even more truth coming in than that if we're like in the news that much. And I was telling some girls like on my hall from college that when we're isolated, especially like this, is when it's easiest for Satan to make us feel so lonely, with like our like he'll lie to us so much easier when we don't have anybody else able to come to us and like help to, I don't know, like help to tell us what's true and what's false, because that can be really, really hard in these times. So even if we think it's weak to reach out to people, we need to be brave to be vulnerable and reach out to people when we need it, and to go into scripture more than we think, to be intentional about it.
It's a good word. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Riley looked like she had something she was going to add on to that. Or maybe she didn't.
I don't know if it's I was going to say one thing I've learned is to enjoy the moment, which was a big piece of advice that I had gotten before my senior year started, was to not wish it away, and I never did. And now I'm glad I didn't, because there are other students who have had senioritis and then they wished away the time that we were at school, and now we lost 25% of our senior year. And so I'm glad I didn't do that. And also to take pictures and videos with all the people you love, because I started doing that at the beginning of the year, and I started taking a video a day of my friends, and they would all make fun of me for it, because they were like, why do you always have to record and take pictures of everything? But now I'm glad I do, because I can look back at my senior year.
That's good. So I've already said that I introduced you as Fantastic Humans, which you are, which is good news. I'm kind of biased, but there's also, this is a news flash that just came in. Just for everyone out there to be aware, if Riley and Emma seem a little giddy, that's why. They just learned today they were sisters. So that's some pretty good
We just
news.
learned today we're sisters.
Yes. As far as you know.
How did we learn this?
How did we find out? Did you tell us?
The DNA test just arrived today.
When did we take this DNA test?
About 17 years ago.
Oh. How
It's
old?
the mail is very slow. All right. Well, Emma and Riley Hood, I want to thank you for attending this stupendous inaugural show of Life Stories. And thank you, Dora. And thank you, Hula Hoop, for coming. And if you're out there and you would like to be a guest on this show, we would love to talk to you. So
And if you have questions for either of us,
yes, send your questions. Send your comments about Dora or the hula hoop or the bracelet, and we will see you next time.